Welcome to Real Talk English. We are so glad you're here. Today, we're jumping right into the exciting world of crime and justice vocabulary. And that's our whole mission right there. We truly believe that learning English through stories you actually enjoy, like from movies, is what makes the words stick. It's just so much more effective and fun than trying to memorize a boring list. So what we do here is pretty simple. We take real movie scripts and turn them into these powerful, bite-sized English lessons. For today's explainer, we're cracking open the script for the brand new movie, The Naked Gun 2025, to unlock some absolutely essential vocabulary about crime. Okay, team, let's start our investigation. We're going to begin with some core words you absolutely have to know. Think of these as the foundation for understanding any crime story. First up, number one is cop. Now, as the slide says, it's just an informal word for a police officer, but it's one you'll hear constantly. In the script, for example, our main guy, Frank, wakes up in his empty cop apartment. It's casual, it's common, it's a great word to know. All right, number two, we've got law. The law is basically the official set of rules that helps everyone live together safely. The script actually has this pretty funny line where a character asks, "Since when do the cops have to follow the law?" Which, is kind of the whole point of their job. Okay, moving on to a much more serious word here. Number three, murder. To murder someone is to kill them unlawfully, and it's almost always at the heart of a good crime story. In this movie, the plot gets rolling because a character, Beth, is absolutely convinced that someone murdered Simon. And our fourth basic term is warrant. A warrant is a super important legal document. A judge signs it, and it gives the police permission to do something specific, like make an arrest or search a place. It's a piece of paper that carries a ton of legal weight. Okay, it's your turn to practice. Let's tie those first four words together into one sentence. I want you to say this out loud with me. Ready? The cop needs a warrant to enforce the law after the murder. Go on, give it a shot. Actually saying it makes a huge difference. Fantastic work. Now that we've got those basics down, let's move on to some next-level vocabulary. We're going to start building our case. So number five is arrest. This is the action the moment the police officially take someone into custody because they think they committed a crime. The script gives us this great, defiant line from Frank where he asks, "Who's going to arrest me?" It's just a classic movie moment. Now this is a fun one. Number six, rap sheet. This is a slang term, a very common informal word for a person's official criminal record. So when Frank looks at a suspect's file and says, "This is quite the rap sheet you've got here," he's talking about a long list of past crimes. It's a great one to use. All right, number seven is manslaughter, and the movie gives us this brilliant and funny way to remember it. A criminal's record mistakenly says he was charged with man's laughter. Frank looks at it and corrects it to manslaughter. So what's the difference? Manslaughter is still killing someone, but it's done without planning it ahead of time. It's a serious crime, but different from murder, and this little joke makes it so easy to remember. Okay, number eight is a total classic from crime fiction, framed. To be framed means someone is intentionally making you, an innocent person, look guilty of a crime you didn't do. It's a setup. Frank has that big moment of realization when he says, "I was being framed." All right, let's practice this group of words. They all fit together so nicely. Go ahead and repeat this after me. The police will arrest the suspect, check his rap sheet, and make sure he wasn't framed. Nice. See? You're building a real detective's vocabulary. You are doing so well. Now it's time to level up to the expert stuff. These are some more specific legal terms, but don't worry. They're the last key pieces we need to crack this case wide open. Okay, our first one here, number 9, is illegal detainments. It sounds a little complex, but let's just break it down. We know illegal means against the law, and detainment is just the act of holding someone. So illegal detainments simply means holding a person when you don't have the legal right to. It's a pretty serious charge. Number 10 is coerced. This is a really important legal word. To coerce someone means you force them to do something, usually by threatening them. They aren't doing it because they want to. In the movie, a character admits they coerced a confession, which is a huge deal because a forced confession isn't valid in court. And finally, number 11, Miranda rights. If you've watched any American cop show, you've heard this. You have the right to remain silent. That's it. Those are the rights the police have to read to you when you're arrested. The script even has a funny line where someone asks Frank if he's ever heard of the Miranda rights, highlighting just how basic they are. And that's a wrap on our new words for today. We have covered a ton of useful vocabulary. So let's do one final review of all the evidence before we send you off with this week's challenge. All right, here's the entire case file. In the basics, we had cop, law, murder, and warrant. Then we moved on to actions and accusations with arrest, rap sheet, manslaughter, and what it means to be framed. And finally, we nailed those expert legal terms. You now know exactly what all of these mean. How great is that? Now, it's time for your mission should you choose to accept it. Your challenge is to use at least 3 of these new words in a conversation this week. Seriously, try it. Tell a friend about the movie. Describe a show you're watching. Just get them out there. That's how you'll really own them. And with that, our investigation is officially closed. If you found this lesson helpful, please do us a favor and hit that like button. And let us know in the comments what your favorite new word was. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss our next lesson. Keep practicing, and we'll see you next time on Real Talk English.